Oh my God. Welcome to the Eric Zane Show podcast. Oh my gosh. My hair, I gotta get a haircut. The NFK and I both need haircuts. His is growing out of his ears. Like he's got a couple of party favors in there. Like, you know, for every 2 or 3 haircuts I get, he gets 1. You know? It's not like he's going out, you know, to hang out with anybody or anything. He's been inside for 2 years. We just, by the way, passed the 2-year mark of my brother-in-law, the NFK, living here at the house. Kind of a, you know, it's almost like I knew in the back of my mind that there would be one point in my life when we would be picking up a family member. Because, well, I knew there was great potential for that. Because my wife's brother, the NFK, or Kevin, no more beers for Kevin, lived with the other brother, David, who suddenly died just over 2 years ago. It just worked out that way. It was almost like David had to because of Kevin's disabilities. Seizures from epilepsy. It really, really fucked him up. And so in the back of my mind, I was like, boy, if anything ever happens to Dave, he's moving in here with us. That's just what's going to happen. I don't have a say in this. Well, you know, I mean, I guess I could have put my foot down and said to Diana, no. And then people have done that too, you know? No, he needs to go into a home. Oh, my God. I cannot imagine the horrible guilt I would experience. And my wife would kill me. Well, it just wouldn't happen. She's the frickin' boss. So the second that Dave died on the end of July 2 years ago, I was like, well, he's ours now. We might as well just embrace that. That's the way it's going to be. And so then off we go. Now, so much progress has been made. He doesn't fly off the handle like he used to. His temperament was just so destructive when he first came into the household. Never was that on display more than the time when, in year 1, I was like, hey, are you filing a tax return? It was about tax time. And he goes, I don't have to. I go, wait, what? And he's like, I'm retired. I don't make any money. I go, you do. You do make money. And you do have to file a return, regardless. And he blew up. The government's going to take it. All they do is take. I go, easy. You're. I don't know where you're getting your info from. They're going to give you your money back. You are actually leaving money on the table. And he's looking at me like, I go, first of all, time out, quit. He does gestures when he gets agitated. So he's flapping his arms. Fucking, you're going to take that. He's grabbing the air randomly. And I'm like, easy, time out, big fella, time out. I go, first of all, you do make money. You have Social Security income, your disability, and your pension. You earned that, but they still tax the money you get. So that, I mean, they're like taking money out of it, of your earning, and then at the end of the year, they give it back to you because you don't make enough. So you're going to get that money back. It's coming out every 2 weeks. Now they're going to give it to you, but you can't get it back until you file a return. Just relax. And he's not believing me. He thinks I'm lying. I have to go back like 3 years and get all this shit, all his records and stuff, and then I hand it over to the tax hobbit, Troy Ginzer, and then, it's thousands of dollars in refunds. And at that point, I had won him over. I officially was in charge of all things not television and frozen food related and Busch beer. So, money shows up in his bank. I go, you see, this is what I'm talking to you about. You don't know shit about fuck, to quote Ruth. And just trust me. That point forward, we're like this. We're together forever. So, all right. I don't know. Why the hell did I even start talking about that? I don't know. Probably because it's about that time, 2-year anniversary. The other growth is washing. I figured out that the reason why he skips showers, this was a huge moment, is that he can't do it. He just doesn't have the ability to give himself a frickin' shower. And once I figured that out, I was like, oh. Now, make this even more involved. I'm kind of getting the realization that he does not have the ability to wipe his asshole. Now, I think that's where we're going to have to draw the line. Okay? I can't, I've encouraged him to use the wipes at the back of the toilet. I don't know if that's necessarily happening. It's just the whole dynamic of, Kevin, you got to brush your teeth. I still don't think that, I know that that's not happening. I mean, you can only do so much, right? Aram says he still tries to skip showers, though, even though you help him. If I never said anything, if I never said, Kevin, it's shower time, he would not get a shower. He wouldn't. There was one time, shocked the shit out of me. He's like, hey, do you think, it wasn't long ago, do you think I can go get a shower? And I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh my God. What? But we do our best. Okay? Welcome to this show. I appreciate you very much. Over the weekend, first of all, I was bacheloring it with batching it, the NFK and myself. Diana gone, hanging out with her cousin, Mimi. And so, limo company, affordable limousine and party bus reaches out. They say, hey, Saturday, you want a job? I go, absolutely. I got nothing going on. Let's do it. So this is the easiest thing in the world. I love these jobs. I pick up a group of 8, 4 dudes, 4 chicks, down in Gun Lake. They want to go to the racetrack, Berlin Raceway. Perfect. And then you just drop them off, and then when the races are over, you're there again. In between, I go home, watch TV, whatever. And then this is just pick them up late, 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, take them back home. Easy. And it was easy. Everything was perfect. But this, my God, I think this may have been one of the most incredible experiences ever. Okay? Now, some people are like, Jesus, Zane, here you are, my favorite radio guy, my favorite podcaster. What are you doing limo work? Well, honestly, I'm doing it because when I first started podcasting, I didn't know ultimately what was going to happen to me. So I had a backup plan just in case, and that was working for the limo company. Well, podcasting kind of took off. So now in a pinch, they call me, do you want this job? Yes. Okay, so there you go. I haven't done much limoing in the last year. Probably this is like my second trip in like 6 months. But so, all right, I'll take this job. I get to the place. It's 100 degrees outside. I get out of the car. This dude meets me there, and he goes, hey, you're Eric Zane. I go, yeah, I am. I do this on the side. I also podcast. Okay. Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, man, everybody's going to flip. They're going to love this. This is incredible. This is so much fun. I go, yeah, man, I can't wait to meet everybody. People come walking out. Same reaction. Oh, my God. So they're all like, we have a history together. I get in the car, and I say, so if you have any questions, because a lot of people are afraid to ask questions. They're afraid to say anything, you know? I go, if you have any questions at all, I'm an open book. If you have any questions at all that come to mind about when you listen to me on the radio, feel free. You know, have at it. And then I hear first question. Which guy is the biggest dick? And I said, well, I doubt any of you would find any of them to be dicks, but Greg, I just can't stand the guy. It's if you lined them all up and said, pick the asshole, I'm going to pick Greg 10 out of 10 times. Then there was a question about Joe's ex, Ashley. And one of the guys who was in the back, after I said, yeah, Greg's a dick, he goes, I built his house. I go, you built his house? He goes, yeah, the house that he's in, I built it. I go, oh, okay. All right. So I'm sure it's a nice house. And then there was a question about Joe's ex, Ashley. And I said, yeah, I actually know Ashley. I put her on the show. And then we talked about Joe and drinking, and that's about that. Aram says they blew off the pre-beer and hot wings again this Saturday. I'm glad you bring that up. So I'm holding on my story here. If you think that I don't pay attention to the things going on that show, you'd be crazy. Because anytime there's something that disrupts that show, that makes me happy. Remember when I said, yeah, I'm done thinking about him? Well, I'm not. I'm back to thinking about him. And so when I see people are pissed off at them, it makes me happy. These idiots on Saturdays are supposed to put out really old material for their podcast audience. They call it pre-beer and hot wings, which is fine. That's pretty clever, actually. Well, they just didn't do it. They didn't post it. Now, let me just tell you that when it comes to my Patreon, if I forget to post something, I'm like, oh my God! Like the other day, I was late by a day or two on the lost Zane recordings, which I have to publish later on today with no show notes. And like Chris D reached out to me, and he goes, can you please post that? I'm like, oh, fuck, Jesus, I'm so sorry. So that's a huge fucking mistake. Especially for people who pay. Okay. So the word got around that they blew it off. This person writes, talk with your wallets. This person writes, sounds like people are starting to realize they don't actually give a shit about us. We're just dollar signs to them. They only care so long as you're paying their bills. What really sucks, this guy writes, is I can't cancel because I pay annually. And it's comment after comment of people saying, I'm out, this sucks, fuck them, fuck that. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is rough. You know, I mean, I had my great Zaniac Exodus of 2022, but that wasn't because of the content. It was because they're soft as fuck, and it's all their fault. And we're all better off because they're gone. But that alone was like, oh, shit, when that happened to me. But now, whatever. It's gone. Who gives a fuck? We live on. No big deal. So, I'm driving to Berlin Raceway. We get there. I get out. I open the car. I see the security guards at Berlin. They go, "What the fuck are you doing?" I go, I drive limo from time to time. They go, "Oh, holy shit." And I let these folks out. The one dude, his name is Matt, he gets out, and he gives me a crisp new $100 bill. And I'm like, oh, my God. I go, are you kidding me? That is fantastic. I appreciate you so much. I'm looking forward to picking you up on the back half of the evening. Thank you so much. This is way too much. And, of course, I pocket that. I send them on their way. Actually, on the way there, they quickly said, "Hey, we're way too early. Can you stop at a bar?" I go, "Absolutely." "Which one?" "Tin Can." Boom. Exited right there as I approached downtown Grand Rapids. And, all right, then I waited in the car while they had a couple of drinks, picked them up, finished our trip to the track, crisp hundo in my pocket, and off we go. I go home. I actually went home. Marne is this little tiny community to the northeast of where I live. It's 20 minutes to my house. I'm waiting there, and then I have to pick them up at 10:30. But I decided to leave early just in case. And I swear on a stack of Bibles, as I'm pulling into the track at 9:50, I get a text that says, "We're out early. Can you pick us up?" Thank God. I go, I'm actually right here. I pull up. They walk right in, fall right into the limousine. It's awesome. And I go, okay, everybody have a good time. They're all half-bombed, maybe a little horny. They on the way there, they didn't play rap music. On the way back, they did. And it was some of the raunchiest shit I have ever heard in my life. What's the name of that one song? WAP? Yes. They did not play WAP. Or WAP, Cardi B. But they played a bunch of dude rappers that was just as bad. The first couple I have to drop off in a community called Ada. And that is where... there's no one in Ada who's poor. It's a rich-ass town. And I pull in to this place, and Jesus. Okay, I pull up, and the guy's got to get out to hit a code to open up this gate. And it's like, and I go, is this a gate to the neighborhood or the residence? I'm not sure because this is a very wealthy part of the state. And they go, oh, this is to the residence. I'm like, oh, my God, I was going to say. I'm sorry, to the neighborhood. I go, oh, my God, I was going to say. So I pull in, wind around, and I pull up to this house, and it's a fucking mansion. It's huge. Drop them off. Oh, my God, you're fantastic. Thank you. Have a great night. Now, like I said, at this point in time, they're going to get, well, they're always going to get the same service. If I get a $5 tip or a $100 tip, but they've already given me a $100 tip. So that's just absolutely fantastic. This story, though, is incredible. It goes off the rails here. So I then take them and from this rich dude's house, and I think everybody in this group's got money. Okay? And they're all super cool. Everybody's nice, friendly, sweet. And they go, hey, we want to go to the casino, Gun Lake Casino, which, by the way, driving by that thing, it's just spectacular. Okay? All the Native Americans, the shit that they went through however many years ago, the fact that they can go ahead and just build a casino for every degenerate gambler to go and give them their money, and then they can go and make the casino bigger, and everybody that's involved with the Native American tribe, they get tons of cash. It's great. It is. I'm so happy for the Native Americans that they get that. And, honestly, for a period of time, the only place you could go was up north to Mount Pleasant, to that tribe. All right. And when they decided that the tribe in and around Gun Lake could do the same damn thing, Mount Pleasant's like, oh man, now our business is gonna go to shit. Nope, not at all. They figured out that if there's a casino every 8 feet in the state of Michigan, it doesn't matter. People go, they spend all their fucking money, and then they make a bigger casino, okay? They add like 15,000 seat concert venues, top of the line steakhouses, hotels. It's unbelievable. Chris points out they make so much money. They paid for half of that on-ramp, off-ramp rebuild on 131, which I went over, and they're doing a hell of a job on that. It's fantastic. They actually paid for a larger entrance and exit ramp because so many people go to that fucking place. The landscape of the building, I mean, it's been a year and a half since I've been there. It's like totally different now because they just it's like the fucking Winchester Mansion. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, so I pull up there. I come sliding into the valet area. Like, get the fuck away from the car. I'm in my own valet. I let these people out, and I go, just reminder, it's 11:20 right now. I got to drop you off at midnight. And the guy says, how much is it going to cost for us to keep the car late? Now, I want to go home. He's already given me $100. And I'm like, how much can he possibly give me? And I don't want to answer that question. So I said, well, I kind of want to get home. And he pulls out another crisp $100 bill and he hands it to me. And I take it and I go, actually, the first guy, Chris, asked me that question. How much is it going to take? And I go, well, I don't know. I kind of want to get home. And then I said it to, and then he tells Matt, the guy who gave me the first 100, and Matt pulls out another hundo. He goes, here you go. And I go, stay out as late as you want. I have $200 in my pocket. And then Chris goes, well, that's what I was talking about. And I go, I know. I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was going to bust out $100. It never occurred to me. And I wanted to go to bed. But that trumps Betty time. And then he goes, be back here in 20 minutes. I go, no problem. So I'm driving away. And then I realized, wait a minute, 20 minutes? That is going to put him at about 11:45. I'm still going to get him back at midnight because they live right down the street from the casino or where I'm dropping him off. So I'm like, well, fuck. And plus, we give a grace period. Like if you're 30 minutes late, you don't get charged at all. So then I'm like, I'm across the street at the gas station getting a bottle of water. And I'm like, okay, if I'm getting them back at the same time, I actually cannot accept this money. I don't want this money. I feel bad about that. Okay? So I texted him and I said, hey, what the fuck did I write? Leave it to me to overthink it, you know? Seriously, take as long as you want. Next text. This is too much money. I feel bad about that. You do get a 30-minute grace period. You can keep the cash. As long as I can get you back by 12:30, that's fine. I'm giving you your money back. No response. They show up at the time they said, and I get out and I go, okay, welcome back. They all get in. I say to the guy who gave me the second $100 bill, Matt, I go, dude, and I tell him what I texted. He goes, keep it. Don't worry about it. These people have some serious cash. They get in. I drive them. I drop off another couple, and then another 2 miles. I drop off the rest of the group. I get out, and Chris, the guy that I met when I first showed up, he said, "You look like Eric Zane." I get out of the car, and he gives me $100. Everyone's throwing $100 bills at me. I was like, "You have what?" I go, "Oh my God." I go, "Come on, man. This is ridiculous. This is too much." And they insisted. I'm like, "What the fuck? Are you serious?" I go, "My God, I cannot even believe this. This is just insane." So I was like just blown away. I couldn't believe it. They go, "You want to go out on the boat? You want to go out on the boat?" And I go, no, I got to get home. I appreciate that. This is not, no, I can't. By the way, thanks for the money, but I'm not going out on the fucking boat. And I said, and you shouldn't be going out on the boat either. You guys are both hammered. You just don't take it out. Just kind of sit on the boat. And then they're like helping me clean out the inside of the limo. I was like, "What are you doing? Stop." So that was it. What a night. So then I'm like driving home. I'm like, I can't believe it. My eyes are like saucers. I just got a text from Chris, who gave me the third $100 bill. Listening to this show as we speak. Well, I'm calling you, you fucker. You're going to be on the show. Oh, no. Chris was the Ada dude I dropped off. Oh, all right. I'm getting people mixed up. I don't know who the fuck is who. How many guys are named Chris on this fucking group?
Hey, Eric, what's up?
Hey, Chris, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Good. How are you?
So wait a minute. You were Ada dude?
I was Ada dude, yep.
Oh, okay, because there was two Chris's.
Yep. There's two Chris's, a Matt, a Chase. You got it.
Okay, and Chase was tall, skinny guy. Looks like he's 18.
Yeah. Yes, that was Chase.
Oh, my God. Man, I'm telling you, had you been listening since the beginning of this?
Ironically, yes. I don't know how I jumped onto it, but at the exact moment I did, you started talking about us. It was kind of funny.
Wow, I've never experienced anything like that. Like I was telling the audience, I'm very upfront with what I do, because when I started podcasting, I was very concerned that the show would even survive. So sure. I like picked up the limo job, but the podcasting has worked out very well. So I barely limo drive. I barely do it. And then when they call...
Well, the funny part is when we got in the limo, I was like, this is actually brilliant. This gives him all the content he needs for the show, because I'm sure it's a shit show most Saturday nights.
Yes. Well, it does work out, and the audience does like the limo stories, because there's been some really, really fantastic adventures, and this was definitely one of those.
Well, we were happy to be part of it. It was a blast. We were the lame ones that got dropped off at 10:30 and didn't get to make it to the casino to lose all our money.
Okay. Now, what was crazy about that is it almost didn't go down, because when I first got the call about picking you guys up at Berlin, I wasn't supposed to pick up the group from Gun Lake. Someone else was going to do that. And then,
nice.
Yeah, and then at the last minute they said, "Hey, we need you to pick up too." So that worked out. And then when you guys were at the Tin Can, when I drop you off there, I got a call from dispatch saying, "Hey, we might need you to abandon ship on this party, go pick up another group," and then another driver was going to pick you up from the racetrack. And I actually talked him out of that. I said, "Well, here's the thing. I've really hit it off with this group, and they really like me, and and so they're probably going to be disappointed." And then, so that ended up working out. And then, as I was pulling into Berlin, I just happened to get there early. You guys were ready to leave. I mean, this couldn't have been more perfect. Otherwise, you'd have been waiting there with your thumbs up your ass while I
sure.
had to, because I was supposed to pick you up originally at 10:30, so it's a good thing I got there early. But my God, you guys are all filthy fucking rich. I cannot believe how much money you guys have.
I don't know about that. But...
Oh, bullshit. Jesus Christ.
Oh, it was an awesome time, man. We had a great time, and we're glad you went to bat for us to keep us, because yeah, that would have sucked.
Yeah, man, I really enjoyed you guys. I enjoy all the people that I drive. I've had a few times that I've had an experience that wasn't pleasant doing that job, and it's kind of like it's kind of like a service industry. It is. I just enjoy
Absolutely.
it, you know.
Well, we'll call you back. We'll do it again sometime and give you some more content.
Okay, well, I'm happy about that. I'm so glad that you were listening as it unfolded live. It couldn't have worked out better.
What are the odds?
Okay, well, good.
Thanks for calling me, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good day.
Same to you.
All right, there you go. I guess I was getting part of that wrong. That was not Chris who gave me the second hundo. Third hundo. Man, what a generous group. How wonderful is that? So then after I dropped them off, I'm like, what the fuck just happened? I have never had so much money. I mean, honestly, for that amount of work, $60-$70 is fine. That's a good tip. I mean, they paid. I don't want to say that. I don't want to say how much they paid for the trip, but obviously it was a substantial tip. So I'm driving home. I'm now going to get to bed very late, and that's the trade-off, you know. And this is a perfect example of how this is a young man's game, because I get back to the garage and pay for work, get the hell out of there. I'm in bed. It's 2 a.m. Well, no, actually, it's earlier than that. But I was really, really amped up. So I'm just laying there watching Better Call Saul. And that's not the show you want to watch if you don't want to be amped up. So I ended up falling asleep around 2 a.m. And then I had to get up at 8 because Bruce woke me up. So I'm like, okay, well, I see a nap in my future. The lack of the sheer abundance of brain fog for the first part of the day on Sunday, then I'm like, $300 is about right, because I feel ruined. I went downtown Sunday to help kick off this big cornhole tournament with Jason from Cornhole America and Chris from Pepinos. I did that. I get out of there. I'm driving home like, I got to get to bed. So at like 1 o'clock, I lay down, and then I wake up, and it's 4 p.m. I was like, holy shit, 3 hours. I mean, I was ruined. What a night. Absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate you being here on this podcast. So, Chris is probably watching it on Facebook. And this is about the time when I kick the Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube group out of the show. The rest of the show you can watch on Twitch, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. All right? You get it uninterrupted on Twitch. That is my main platform. The other ones, I just play the intro here, and then off you go. Trying to get as many people as I can to sign up for Twitch, which is free, twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live. Go there. Create a little username for yourself. Hit the follow button there, and then off you go. If you subscribe, you get the show minus commercials during the video live stream. Otherwise, I'll be in the middle of a thought, and Amazon, Twitch will drop in a video commercial for whatever right in the middle of what I'm thinking about. And as always, you can download the audio podcast wherever you download shows. Just search Eric Zane Show on your favorite podcasting app, and you can listen to the show for free whenever you want. So thank you to the folks on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. Goodbye.